Hello everybody, welcome to an unboxing. I don't usually do too many of these things, but I was asked to do this by the game creator of Pocket Pennant Run. Most of you probably have already seen the very detailed unboxing done by Kirk Berglund, and if you haven't, where you been, you need to sub to his channel and watch his stuff. He's got a lot of good stuff there. I thought I would give my 2 cents. Now, Kirk Berglund comes into this a lot more advanced than me because he's played the first version of Pocket Pennant Run. I've never played Pocket Pennant Run. In fact, I never heard of Pocket Pennant Run until about a week ago. So this is all brand new to me. So I'm coming at it more of a beginner, newbie type experience than the veteran experience that Kirk Berglund has. But what I've seen so far in some of the demos that I've seen and just going onto their website and whatnot, some of these things are the game looks very, very intriguing. It may or may not be your cup of tea. It may or may not be my cup of tea. I don't know until I play it. But I do like some of the things they implement in the game. So first things first, for an unboxing, what do you got to do? You got to unbox it, see what comes in it. As Kirk Berglund says, it's not an authentic unboxing if you don't have the original packaging. So here I've got the original packaging all taped up. So no good way to get in there, I guess, just other than to just go for it. I don't have the scissors in front of me, so I'm just doing this all manually by hand. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I got out of there pretty quickly. And there you go. This is what you get. That's exactly the way it comes. Base game set, second edition. Pocket Pennant Run. The only full-fledged baseball simulation that fits in the palm of your hand. As you can see, it fits. I don't have very big hands, but it does fit in my hand. So one of the niches, or one of the selling points of this game, is you have a very small footprint on your table because of obviously it says Pocket Pennant Run. So let's flip it over here and look at what it says here. Welcome to Pocket Pennant Run, using just a few simple charts and an intuitive multi-point player rating system. Teams and players from yesterday and today come to life, performing just like their real-life counterparts. Pocket Pennant Run is simple enough to be learned in minutes, yet steep enough in strategy and realism to appease even the most experienced tabletop gamers. All right, so this is going to encapsulate both of these for me because it'll be my first time with this game, so I want to see how long it takes me to learn it. Can I learn it in minutes? And I'm an experienced tabletop gamer, so once I learn it and get into it, is it going to give me a deep enough experience? Well, that's only time will tell. I can't tell that in this video, that's for sure. It says the second edition improves upon the original Pocket Pennant Run game in every way by achieving even more realistic results, refining the rules, replacing the injury chart with a rare play chart, and adding an abundance of exciting new plays, including squeeze plays, pickoffs, rundowns, infield, in positioning, triple plays, and much more. All right, so there's a neat little logo there. It says here, game can be played in 30 minutes. It's for ages 10 and up, 1 to 2 players. Not really a choking hazard according to this. But what's included in the box? You're supposed to get 3 colored 12-sided dice that generate everything, 8 chart cards, 8 roster cards featuring the most recent divisional series playoff teams, 4 score sheets, which you can get more online, a mini pencil, a manager's handbook, license to download free PPR manager software with free updates forever. So that's pretty good. So it looks like, just from what I'm seeing here, this is more of a one-time purchase. So you could purchase this, and with all the updates and everything, I don't believe you'd have to purchase another game if they come up with a 3.0 or whatever, unless you wanted to. I mean, it's all up to you. If you're really into the game, you really like the game, then obviously you probably want to do that. And there's a little thank you note that comes with it, with their email address, pocketpennantrun.gmail.com, if you have any questions on that. I'm recording this on Sunday, November the 6th, and I believe it comes out on November 11th, which I believe is a Friday. So I'm going to post this video hopefully today, hopefully on Sunday. Of course, it's going to take me some time after this video to play a couple practice games, because I wouldn't want to put a game on here without having a couple of games under my belt. So this is just an initial video for this, and then I'll come back later in the week with an actual game. I may replay, one of the World Series games or something like that. Now that Houston's already won the World Series, season's over. One of the neat things about this, you get the 8 playoff teams for this year already created. In the other game, you're not going to get that. You're going to have 2 last year's. So that's another selling point there, I believe. All right, so let's open it up, see what you get. Of course, if you've seen Kirk Berglund's video, this is all a repeat. But, sometimes they're kind of neat to do. There is the 12-sided dice. Now, I don't think I own any 12-sided dice, so these are the first 3 in my possession, because I don't think I've had any games that use 12-sided dice. So that's kind of a novelty there, and the colors definitely make a difference. All right, Manager's Handbook. Look at all this. This comes out, like Kurt said, on a full 8x11 piece of paper. And I would say the thickness, how to compare this on a thickness, it's pretty, I think it's pretty thick myself. I mean, it's got some good texture to it and whatnot. Trying to think of what I can compare it to as far as thickness goes. It's escaping me off the moment. Maybe I'll come back to it and think about what it would give me. But it says choose one of the 2 sets of charts, dead ball error or modern error. And that's one of the things we'll show in a minute that Kirk Berglund was talking about that I did not know about that they had. But that's kind of a neat thing. So I know a lot of people out in the community are big on the dead ball. So if you're a dead ball and you want results that, you're not going to get all these home runs, you get more doubles and triples, that fits the bill. All right. It says to begin, roll all 3 dice, check pitcher's pitcher rating, read red die, and consult pitcher chart. All right, so before we do all that, let's look into here and see if there's anything else in here that it just gives you a definition of all the abbreviations. And maybe I will try to play a small game, just a sample game here. I don't know what this is going to turn into. I really didn't have any decisiveness when I was doing this. I was mainly going to be in a unboxing, but maybe I'll do something with it. I don't know. Strategy play chart is up here. Rare play chart, and that's just an interesting one for the rare play chart. They have one with injuries and one without injuries. So if you're like to see those injuries take effect, you can use the rare play with injuries. And if you're doing as played, then obviously you want to use the rare play chart without injuries. All right, so pitcher fatigue. That's a big thing in a lot of games, is how do pitchers get tired? All pitchers drop 1 pitcher rating at start of each inning after the fatigue number. So each pitcher comes with a fatigue number, and once they get past that, then they drop a letter grade down each time. So they go from a B to a C, C to a D, and so forth. Let's see here. Software. Now, there's a lot of things online with the software that I haven't gotten into. I mean, I've downloaded it, but I haven't really delved into it very much. I just got this the other day, I believe on Thursday. No, I'm sorry, on Friday I got this. So it's going to take me some time to go through all that stuff. But anyway, it gives you the instructions to do that. Let's see here. There's also some links to the website, pocketpennintrun.weebly.com, their game store, their apparel store, and their Facebook page, Facebook groups, facebook.com/groups-pocketpennintrun. And from what I've seen, I belong to this group, obviously, and I just joined it not that long ago. And there is an active Facebook community on this, so definitely good thing to check out. All right, so that is called the Manager's Handbook, and again, it folds up. If I can fold it correctly, it folds up into a little handy-dandy thing that obviously fits, where all your game parts, components will fit in this little box. All right, Manager 2.0. It says here, Pocket Pennant Run Manager 2.0 User Guide. And actually, I printed one myself, but I didn't have to because it's right here in the thing. But they also have a copy of it online if you need to print it. But here it is right here. If you want to pause the video and look over what's in here, there's the page for that. You can surf down and pause the video and surf down and look at the parts that you want to look at. And if we look on the back page, you got the stat facts, game sim, box score replays, and of course their website, once again, pocketpennintrun.weebly.com. Okay, this page is on regular standard printer paper, whereas the other one is more on almost a laminated plastic type. It's kind of hard I can't quite put my finger on what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something that just didn't come to me. All right, of course, you got the standard pencil. They say it's a golf pencil, but every golf pencil I've ever seen never had an eraser on it. So this is just a stubby pencil, what I would call it. But I guess it's the size of a golf pencil. You get score sheets. You get 4 score sheets. They are miniaturized. Again, this is, the selling point on this game, I think, for a lot of it is the lack of space that it takes up on your table. So obviously you could put the whole thing probably on this one little square here and it fits everything. But you got the home lineup, the place for the scores, and you do first at bat, second at bat, third at bat, not inning by inning, but by at bat. And then you've got the away pitchers with all their ratings you could put in and the line score. And then on the opposite page, you have for the visiting, team. So you want to do it this way, not the way I did it. You want to do it this way. That way you're right side up both times. And there's 4 of those that are included. The meat of the game comes with these cards. And the meat of the game, you've got a pitcher card, which is red to correlate with the red die. You've got a batter card, which is yellow to coordinate with the yellow die. And you've got some power and control. And again, these are yellow and blue for a reason. You've also got a defensive play. And you've got a base running play. And you've also got strategy plays and rare plays. So there's the 8 cards. And if you watch Kirk Berglund's review of this earlier, you will see that in the upper left-hand corner there are stars here under pitcher and power and defensive play and batter. There are 4 stars there. This is for modern baseball, and you can see in the power, you got home runs, you got 4 rows of home runs here, 3 here, 2 here, and 1 here. But if you flip it over to this side, which is the dead ball era, you only have 1 home run. Everything else is triples. A lot of triples in there that simulates dead ball. Same with the pitchers. I'm assuming that's the same way with the pitchers to do that. So there, everything's color coordinated. Rare plays, again, you get the rare plays, or you get rare plays with injuries, depending on if you want injuries or not. It's totally up to you how you want to play it. Strategy play tells you if you want to do a sacrifice bunt. You roll a D12 and see what happens. Same with the squeeze or hit and run. Strategy play over here as well. Looks like these are the same from what I can tell. Looks like they're duplicate sides. Looks like all the results are the same on this. So I guess it's no different there whether it's dead ball or whatever. Then you get the 8 playoff teams that remained after the first round. So you're not going to get St. Louis and you're not going to get Toronto, because they lost in the wild card rounds. But you're going to get the other 8 teams. Atlanta, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Padres, the Astros, Seattle, and Cleveland. So you got all of them. And again, let's move some of the stuff out the way. You get ratings. You get ratings for fatigue, their pitcher rating, their control rating, and their defensive rating. So Max Fried gets a 6. So that means after 6 innings, if you pitch him in the 7th, his A is going to drop to a B starting the 7th inning. And his control is an A, and his defense is a C. And if you go to somebody like Spencer Strider, he only gets 4 innings before he gets tired. And all their relievers are 1-inning relievers. I don't think there's anything here. I don't see anything anyway, at least initially, about a closer factor. I guess you just use whoever you think the closer is. I guess it should be Kenley Jansen, but that's up to you how you want to handle that. And you get, on the other side, you get the batters. So you got the pitchers on one side, you got the batters on the other side. This is not done by batting order, this is just by position. And you've got the top 9 here, and then you've got 5 more down here. So you got 14 players that you can choose from. Now, there is a thing you can go online if you're doing a replay. As their roster changes, you can go in and edit these cards and reprint them to your own liking, however you want to do that. But again, they're rated for which way they bat, how their batting rating is, their power rating, their speed, and their defense. Pretty standard there, I would say. So I think rather than trying to play a game, I really need to play a couple of practice games offline to get familiar with the game. It looks very intriguing. It's definitely a game different than anything I've ever would have played before. Definitely not like your typical major players in the baseball sim world. It's definitely got its own little knickknacks and idiosyncrasies in the game. So I don't think there's anything else I can really add to this as far as an unboxing goes. I hope I paused that in time before I sneezed. I felt it coming on. Like I said, Kirk Berglund did a much better job. He has a better equipment than I do, obviously, and can do more graphically and everything like that. I'm pretty basic on what I do. So what I'll do in the interim is during the week when I get some time after work, I'll try to set up a couple of games and play a couple of games, at least 2 games, I think. And then once I do that, then I will attempt to do a video of an actual game so you can see how the game works from beginning to end. And hopefully I can do that before the cards go on sale or the game goes on sale on Friday. Hoping I can get those in. It all depends on my work schedule and how things go. Of course, you know my channel. I've also got other games and projects going on, so I don't want to get too far away from them, but I do want to present this because the creator of the game, Craig, reached out to me and asked me to give it a look-see and give it a review on the channel. So I feel like since he was nice enough to send me all this stuff that I should go ahead and give it my best shot, which is what I will do. So that's going to be it from here as far as the unboxing goes. This is what you get. A lot of the stuff is going to be done online. I believe once you purchase this, you will get a link to all the online stuff to get all the things. And they have lineup rosters for, back to the turn of the century, I think. And then I think they even have all-star teams, Negro leagues, Japanese leagues. I saw minor league AAA teams from 2000 to present. So I might do the 2002 Richmond Braves because I tried to do that on another sim. That was the season I had the year I had season tickets to the Richmond Braves. So I know that season and those teams in the International League very, very well. So I may, once I get the hang of this, I may go ahead and use that. Of course, those I have to print out. They're not going to be on cards like this. I'll have to print those out. But that won't be a big deal, I don't believe. All right, so that's going to be it. Again, you got your 3 12-sided dice, which are very unique and color coordinated. And like I said, a couple of things just initially on a first look that intrigue me or I think are kind of neat. One of them is the dead ball versus the modern setup with those stars, and being on one side dead ball and one side modern. Same with the rare plays. You get one side with injury, one side without. So the control card I think is about the same, but the batter card is definitely different. You got some power numbers here on the batter card for modern, and when you flip it over to dead ball, a lot less power. So that's going to do it from here. I don't know. I imagine Kirk Berglund will probably put out a gameplay of this. I don't know. I don't know what his channel's got going on, so I don't know what his time frame is. Like I said, I'm going to read up on the game, play a few practice games, or at least one practice game before I put anything on video. I want to come at it as a newbie, but not somebody that's going to get lost in the middle of a game. So I want to keep the flow going. It says you can play in about 30 minutes, so hopefully I can get it done in about 30 minutes. So that's going to do it from here. And again, when you're all done, you put everything back in the box. So let's put everything back in. Once you're done simulate finishing a ball game, we just put everything here, put it back in our little sleeve. We got our score sheets. We can put those back in. We got our cards. We got our manager guide, and we've got our manager handbook. So both of those are there. And then we got our dice. And we close. Whoops! If I can close the box correctly, shouldn't damage your box doing that. And then when you're all said and done, there you go. you're all condensed and everything. You can just carry it in the palm of your hand, and it's very, very mobile. You could take it, traveling with you or whatever. Is another one of these that looks like it's a selling point. I think it's the whole point of why it's called Pocket Pennant Run. So I'm looking forward to get into this and give it a go and see if I can't get a couple of games in practice, well, at least one practice game, and then actually present a game on the channel. But I did want to do an unboxing just for those that are curious and for those that had not seen Kirk Berglund's video from the other day. Like I said, if you haven't, you need to, because Kirk Berglund has a wonderful channel that has a lot of good information on it. And I watched the video he did. He did a very wonderful job. So I was kind of almost like, do I even need to do one? Since I can't do anything that Kurt didn't do already. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do was put my pencil back in here. So let's open this back up and get our pencil in there. That way I got everything in there. I don't want to be missing anything. Can't lose the pencil. So, I mean, I can't improve on what Kurt did. He did a wonderful job on it. A1. And I think he's a pretty good salesman, because I think he did a pretty good job of selling this game. Not sure I can do that myself, but I'm coming at, like I said, from a newbie's perspective. He's coming at it from a veteran's perspective. So maybe the two different perspectives may help. I don't know. But I imagine if you found this video, you already know who Kirk Berglund is, and has probably already subscribed to his channel and whatnot. So that's good from here. Hope you enjoyed that mini presentation, and I look forward to getting this on the channel in the next couple of days, maybe sometime during the middle of the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Hopefully, certainly by Thursday. I hope to put something up Thursday. I don't know if it'll be live. It'll probably be recorded on Wednesday night and then posted on Thursday, is my hope. That gives me a couple of nights to get a game in, a couple practice games in, and get this thing going. And then once I complete this and get that one initial game out there, then I'll go back to doing my other projects to finish those up. And then we'll see what's going to happen from there. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. Clocks went back, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to get dark today about a little after 5 o'clock, but that's just something we got to get used to. It's the cycle of life. All right, until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.